This is what it's like to be a crochet business owner. It's not always crocheting. Morning, friends. Happy Wednesday. Um, Today we are going to do our very first day in the life video. And I'm not sure how smooth this is going to go, so we're just going to have to see. Today is going to be day in the life of a crochet small business owner slash homeschooling mom. And I picked today because we have a lot going on. It's a very busy day for both. Wednesdays are my early days. I usually get up around 6. First thing in the morning, make my coffee, come to my crochet room, and I will typically watch some crochet vlogs while I'm having my coffee, and then I will do all the admin stuff for my crochet business. Check Etsy to see if there's any messages there, and just like my stats, what listings are doing well, if anything is getting favorited. I have a sale going on right now that ends on Friday, and since this is Halloween season, today's the 29th, so 29th, yeah. So, Halloween is the day after tomorrow. I've got some Halloween plushies in my Etsy shop, so I'm gonna have to decide, if I want to put them on like super like clearance, or just take them out of my shop and hold on to them until next year, because for some reason my Halloween plushies just did not sell this year. I don't know why, but we've got some stock for next year. So let's see, and then I'll just check, my emails, my socials, to see if I have any messages about orders or anything there. And this video is also kind of, I'm trying to film 3 vlogs at once right now. For my crochet business, I am in the process of writing my first pattern, and I'm trying to vlog through that process. I have not been all that great with getting footage for that, so that's something that I'm gonna have to work on. And then today's Wednesday. I usually try to have a vlog uploaded on Wednesdays by 3:30, or by 3 p.m. And the one that I want to do today, or that I had planned for today, was 9 tips for crocheting with black yarn from someone who uses a lot of it, as you can see right there. I have not filmed anything for that, but it's still kind of dark in here. It's almost 7:30 right now, and it's like raining really bad out there, and I haven't looked at the radar yet, but my husband told me this morning that it's pretty bad as far as rain. So I think those are my 3 videos. I'm filming a day in the life, pattern writing, and my tips video. So those are the 3 big things. I remembered in the night last night, because I didn't sleep all that great, and I'm very tired today. I remembered in the night last night that I have a pattern test due tomorrow. I only have one little tiny thing that I have to do for that, and then I can submit it, but that's due tomorrow, so I need to work on that. And as far as crocheting, I need to work on finishing one of my pattern. I'm working through the pattern with different sized yarns, like popular yarns, just to see how it works and how it works up. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to get done, because in homeschool, which is usually what takes up the bulk of my day, Wednesdays we have a history lecture at our library in the afternoon. And then after that, and I'm very excited about this, we are taking a little field trip to the theater. We are going to go see Nightmare Before Christmas in 3D in the theater. My son is very into stop motion animation and filmmaking, and I thought that seeing that on like the big screen would be something fun that we could do. He says he wants to be a filmmaker, so this is kind of like a field trip for work, for future work. So that's going to be exciting, and I'm trying to decide if I want to take one of my Oogie Boogies to have with me, but I won't be that nerd, I guess. So, I'm still in my PJs, and I can name 3 songs, just getting that out there. Like, I can name a lot of songs, but anyway, still in my PJs, moving slow, but we can do that around here. I am about to go get ready for the day. Like I said, it's pouring rain, and I don't even know what the temperature is going to be like. But, so, I'm going to go get ready for the day, and then see what else we can get into, because we have a busy one. We have some homeschool work before we leave for the library and do lunch and everything. So Wednesdays are busy days, which is why I picked today for my first day in the life video, because we have a lot to do today. So let's start our day. Okay, I'm back. It is 9:30. My kiddo slept in, so we're going to get kind of a late start to the day, but that's totally fine. Let's see. So far, I have showered, gotten ready. I'm about to do a load of laundry, had breakfast, did my Halloween mani. I checked my email a few minutes ago, and for my pattern, I placed a Michael's order because I didn't feel like going to the store to get what I needed. Our Michael's isn't the best, so I just ordered everything I needed. It put me behind, but that's fine, whatever. But one skein of the Posh Pearl in the truffle, the dark gray, did not come with the rest of the order that I got yesterday. But within the next 15 minutes or so, it should be in the mailbox. So I'm excited about that. That means I can get started on the Posh version at some point. I have no idea when that's going to be. I am hoping to have all of the little prototypes made before. That's probably not going to happen. Made over the weekend, and in the meantime, I'm going to start typing up the pattern and designing the PDF on Canva, like the actual pattern. I realize that Friday's Halloween, and that's going to take up like all of my day, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to get made, and today's not going to be. Anyway, it's a very busy week, but anyway, again, I have no idea what I was saying. Maybe I should start using the script. I don't know. I ideally wanted to release the pattern on Godzilla Day, which is November 3rd. That's not going to happen. Hopefully next week I can do the tester call and have that going. We'll see. But I'm glad that that other skein of yarn is on the way. I am doing 2 more prototypes, I guess. I don't know if you want to call them that. 2 more practice runs with Sweet Snuggles Light and the Posh Pearl from Michael's. I've got a Parfait Chunky almost finished, and the blanket yarn one already finished. So I just have the 2 left to work through to make sure that they work up okay in different size yarns. And then we'll be ready for his photo shoot, which is scary. This will be my first pattern release where I'm putting my thoughts and my design out there. And I just saw an Instagram post of someone accusing a very popular crochet designer of stealing their pattern. I did not, like, this came out of my head completely. I did not base this off of anybody's, and like seeing that, because it's been going on a lot lately in the crochet community, it makes me so nervous because, you know, I try to do a lot of research, like make sure mine doesn't come out looking like someone else's. But I mean, there are only so many ways to crochet a certain shape. I do not own any Godzilla patterns. I don't own any dinosaur patterns. So this is completely out of my crazy little head. So like now that I've read that, I'm all like, I don't know. But anyway, okay, so we are probably going to be getting started with homeschool here within the next 30 minutes, and do a little bit before we head out to our lecture and then the movies. So I have no idea when I'm going to be able to film my tips video. Okay. Let me figure out how I'm going to do the rest of my day, and we'll get back. All right, I am back. We are back to filming on my iPad for the moment. Got my Michaels package out of the mailbox. It's like misty and rain, like all rainy and misty. And it's just, I have a chill now, so the heater is on, and they did not close that very well. That is not how you close envelopes. So I've never seen this shade of gray before, I don't think. So this is the Posh Pearl in the color Truffle. Well, I guess the Big Twist Posh color was called Truffle because that's what it was on the website, but the label says dark gray. So I love this yarn. I loved Big Twist Posh. When I first started using it, I hated it, but after I got a little more comfortable with it, I really liked it. It's a very comfortable yarn, and if you crochet a lot, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, there's that. Now, I'm going to try to film my 9 tips on crocheting with black yarn, and I really wanted to do it on my phone, but my son's borrowing it right now. Fuzzy. Anyway, so I don't know. I guess this will work. Anyway, okay, so now I'm gonna go do that and get that crossed off the list so I can try to edit it and get it posted before we leave in an hour and a half. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we are back from going to see The Nightmare Before Christmas in 3D in the theater. It's my first time seeing it in the theater, first time seeing it in 3D. It was amazing. I loved it. I had chills the whole time. I was bouncing and like mouthing the words. Thankfully, my son did not get too annoyed at me. We were the only ones in the theater, so I didn't embarrass him. There was no one to embarrass him in front of, thank goodness. But it was incredible. If you ever have the chance to do that, I highly recommend it. It was so cool. I've always loved that movie, and it's exciting. I don't know. But anyway, wanted to pop in and just say that it is now almost 5 o'clock. I still haven't crocheted anything. I do need to do that pattern test. I have to finish one thing and then I can submit that. Okay, it's behind my computer. But we haven't gotten as much done today as I wanted to, mainly because of like the movie and our lecture. That took up a huge chunk of our day. We were gone from like 12:30 to, we just got back a few minutes ago and it's almost 5. So that was a huge day, or a huge chunk of our day used up for stuff. But maybe tonight I will be able to crochet a little bit. I doubt it, but we'll see. At any rate, I will pop back on here later on just to wrap up the video. Hopefully I have something done. I have to get this pattern test done. It's due tomorrow. It's for Madeline Mayco and her Patreon. So it's not like one that's on Instagram. I've never tested for her before. This pattern is so cute. I cannot wait to show it off. I'll probably do that later on because I do have to finish it. Probably after dinner, I will do that and get that submitted. And then I need to start working on my patterns again, but I also need to edit my tips video. So I've got some work to do. This is what it's like to be a crochet business owner. It's not always crocheting. Today is a lot of, like, today was apparently like content day. And then I have to, I recorded, I have to edit, I have to do that pattern test and I need to start typing up the pattern. I know the arms are good. The head's probably good. There were a couple of spots in the body that might need to be tweaked. I don't know. We'll talk about that in the pattern video, but I can go ahead and start typing up some of it and start designing like the fun part of the pattern, like the what they look like. Okay, so my husband is actually also on his way home. Thankfully, we have a ton of leftovers from our anniversary dinner from last night, so we are having that. So I don't have to cook, which I am thrilled for. Typically, I love to cook, but I'm tired. I haven't been sleeping, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I just recently had my gallbladder removed. It'll be 3 weeks on Friday that has happened. And I've been reading about like the after you, like your recovery time and how it could be like a month before you have your energy back. Oh, I didn't know that going in. But it has really like kind of taken me out. Tired. And then today, since we went out, today was the first day that I wore hard pants or jeans that were not elastic waist. And I wore my high top Vans, which if you have Vans, you know that you have to like unlace them all the way down to like the very beginning. And then you have to like lace them all the way up just to get your foot in. Those two things were probably not the smartest thing. But it was rainy and I didn't want to wear any of my good shoes. So I just wore my Vans. And I wore a pair of jeans because I thought, well, maybe I can wear jeans today. That was dumb. I'm still very sore and it kind of hurt a little bit because they had to make an incision right above my navel and then my pants were like, they were like rubbing up on it. Sitting in our lecture, which was only an hour, that wasn't terrible. But when we got to the theater, I absolutely unbuttoned and unzipped my pants like it was Thanksgiving. I almost wore sweatpants out, but I have like a rule, like when I'm doing a lot of things out, I try not to wear sweatpants. I try to at least put a little bit of effort into what I look like. I should have worn the sweatpants today. I am home now. They are back on. We're good. So anyway, I keep looking at the clock. Husband's on his way home and I need to go get everything situated downstairs. So that's going to be it for right now. And hopefully I will check back in later to wrap up our night. Hey guys, I'm back. It's almost 7:30 p.m. We've had dinner, cleaned up, and now I think I'm going to finish my night off by finishing my pattern test, which I guess I'll show you since this video's not going to come out for another probably 2 weeks maybe. And I'm not sure when she's going to release it, but I'm in I subscribe to Madeline Mayco's Patreon, and she did like a little tester, kind of like informal tester call for Cindy Lou Who was no more than 2. So I just need to do her frill and then sew her wig cap on, and she's all ready. So I'm gonna do that now, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna turn the TV on. I typically don't crochet and watch TV at the same time because I can't focus on both of them. But I started watching Devil in Disguise on Peacock. I am a true crime fanatic. Like, I've been into true crime before anybody else. Like, I know that sounds so hipster, but it's true. Like, I've been into this way longer than anybody. Like, before it was cool too. My favorite book for like the last, I don't know, decade, I guess, is Helter Skelter. It's fascinating. But anyway, I'm gonna get that started, and then I'm going to crochet a little bit and see if I can get her little her nightgown frill finished. I'm downstairs now. Everybody's gone to their corners, and I feel like I'm gonna have an allergy episode like always. So I'm gonna stop now and just start crocheting and get my show ready. Sewn on. The last thing I need to do is make her little red bows, but I don't feel like doing that tonight. All it is 2 chains of some number, I don't remember what, and then sew it in, and I can do that in the morning, I think. It is almost 8. I'm going to grab a couple of Oreos and watch another episode of my show. I'm tired, and I think that's going to be it for today, I guess. I don't feel like I got a lot done, but I actually really did. Recorded, worked on this. I didn't make a lot, but I did get a lot of things recorded, and which that's good. But I'm tired, so I think I'm going to go to bed. See, I'm like don't even know what I'm talking about. But you can see the cat's on me over here. My companion here. So I'm whispering because it's late, and who knows, my husband might very well be asleep right now. But if you've stuck around with me, thank you so much for coming along on our day. Seems like it was busier than I had anticipated, but it was a good day. It was fun. That's just a day in my life of a crochet business owner and a homeschooling mom. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and hopefully you'll come back next week for whatever we get into. I have no idea what next week's going to be. And if you like this kind of video, like and comment and subscribe. And until next week, happy crocheting.